Hey Royals, this is Mademoiselle Mosley again. I got a topic for ya. Look, basically tonight, maybe not every video I do, but I'm talking about healing because we're going into a new year and we don't want to take the same old stuff over into the new year that we had this year. So, um, and spiritually speaking, when you come upon someone who is a healer, um, and you try to stop them, or you try to devour them, or you try to keep them from healing someone, you're gonna have to answer for that, because you have no right to stop someone else from healing. Now, if you want to stay sick, if you want to keep your mind in captivity, you do so if that's what you choose to do. But allow someone to heal. And I know why people don't want people to heal. Like, in any relationship, like, okay, just say for instance, siblings. I'll do siblings. I'll talk about that. Somebody knows you for something. Now, if they can no longer get that something that they know you for, they have to automatically change or go to somebody else. So when you start to come up out of that sickness in mind, and maybe in body, but in your mind, that our minds be ailing a lot of times because of what all we went through, and people will keep you in captivity of what they done for you. You know what I'm saying? So you have to disconnect yourself from that. This is your life, this is your journey, and you need to live it accordingly. So let me get into it so I can get through it. When you try to devour a healer, you can actually devour your whole family. I'm gonna tell you why this is. Let's talk about Jesus a little bit. For those who are believers, fine. If those who are not, take it as you may. But you remember when Jesus came on the scene, everywhere he went, there was a change. Everywhere he went, there was a healing. Everywhere he went, he was a healer. He was more than that, but he was Jehovah Rapha, our healer. If you needed a healing, whatever you need, he could be that need. Okay? He could fulfill that need. Okay? So, saying that is the people who came up against him, whether people believe the story is true, fake, hey, you have your own beliefs. Who has some partaking of his unaliving him, which he was resurrected, but the unaliving, their family, I'm sure, carried a curse. I'm sure they did. And some of the family don't even know why. Somebody done something in your family and it's caused a curse amongst the whole family. And why would they try to stop him? He was a healer. He was coming to heal the people and help them, to make them into leaders, to be able to lead their homes and, their lives in a better aspect. Who wouldn't want that? Those who profited off of your trauma. Those who profited off of the trauma of the people did not want the people healed, did not want them to know and understand that there was a better life and a better way than the way they were living at that day. The love that he shared and poured out every time he hit the scene. Some people don't want you healed, baby. So let me get a little deeper. So I'm going to go to the part when I talk about a healer, when you try to stop someone who is on a mission for God. When God has sent someone, you're not actually going against that person. You're going against the great I am. And let me tell you about some people say, oh, I don't believe in God, so I don't believe. But this is the thing. You don't have to believe in something for that something to have power within you and over you if you do a person that they can to. You know what I'm talking. When you live in your life for that one. So you ain't gotta believe. See, you believe because you're attacking whatever you don't believe in, so you do believe in it. And that's why you're trying to make yourself not believe in it by attacking it and showing you and proving that it is not it. I wouldn't do that if I was you. Some things is best to be left alone. So let me get to the story of Esther. And I'm going to show you something, how things go when people try to do things to people that ain't even bothering them. That's on a mission for God. That's trying to do what God told them to do. Not you, not nobody else. What God told them to do. When Esther, she became queen. And read the story. It's a really good Bible story. You'll find yourself somewhere in the Bible. And I hope it's a good place. So anyway, Esther, she became queen. And Haman was the man that was against her uncle Mordecai. Mordecai was the gatekeeper of the palace. And his niece ended up getting into the palace with the king. Read the story itself. But I'm going to get back to Haman and Mordecai. Haman did not like Mordecai. Not at all. Because of Mordecai's ethnicity, or if you want to say that. And so the story goes deeper on the back and forth of Mordecai and Haman. You need to read it. But the bottom line is this. Haman was not a good man. He was jealous and envious and full of strife and struggle, and he didn't like the position that Mordecai had. So he planned a plan to kill Esther's people, which Mordecai was her uncle. And so what happened was he ended up, by him going against Mordecai, getting his whole family killed. Because the very thing that he wanted to happen to Mordecai's and Esther's people happened to his family. His entire family. So I just say this to people. You don't know exactly who you're coming up against in life. That's why people need to just leave people alone. Ain't nobody bothering you. Leave them people alone. Leave them alone. And just do your thing. Do your thing. Get your life together. And a lot of times, sometimes when people feel a certain way about you, it's because they don't feel a certain way about themselves. You ain't doing nothing. They just don't feel that about themselves, and you make them